name is Clay Fox, and I'm giving a presentation about Pokemon Go. So how many people have actually played this game before? A few? Good. They're newbies. It makes it easier to teach that way. So, yeah, there's pros and cons about this game. Like, there's a lot of haters out there that hate the game because they're like, oh, people are walking off of cliffs, and oh, they're walking out into traffic and stuff because they're chasing a Pokemon. Well, technically, you don't need to do any of that to get the Pokemon. You just need to see it on your screen, and then you can click it and play it. So if anybody's dumb enough to do that, they'll probably stumble across something else in their life anyway. So I've seen a bunch of benefits with this. Like, I've grown up here like my entire life, and there's people that I've never even seen before here in Spencer, Iowa. And did it shut down on me?
Yep. Open her back up.
That's why I put the app at an easy place. So, and there was people that I've never even met before. And I go out and start playing this game, and then I see all these new people that I've never met before. They're all talking to me. It kind of brought the community together better than what was happening before, with everybody being locked in their houses and you never see anybody. So I think it's good for the community, in my opinion. So the way this game works is you go around catching random Pokemon. One just spawned here. So you find your Pokemon, you click it, and it works in virtual reality where you would be able to see it like this. But unfortunately, my phone doesn't have the gyroscope, so it can't see in virtual reality. So I just have to do it like this. And then you find the Pokemon you want to catch, and you watch that little ring, and then you throw it and try to get it in the ring, and you'll have your chance of catching your Pokemon. This one's a Pidgeotto, and they break free all the time. See if we get him this time. Nope. And sometimes, if you're unlucky, they'll run away. I guess one other thing you can do is feed it a berry if you're having trouble with a particular one, and it'll make you like you better. It's supposed to make it easier to catch. But this guy just does not like me. But that little ring that you see, whatever color it is, the lighter, if it's green, then it's easy to catch. If it's red, it's harder to catch. But I'll throw one more Pokeball, and if he escapes, then it's just not meant to be. Nope. I guess this just, oh, and there he goes. He ran away. So it just must not meant to be with that one. But once you catch him, then you can have all of these other, and their combat level, the CP at the top part of the Pokemon is how strong they are. And you power them up by feeding them the candy that you get. If you catch a Pokemon, it gives you 3 candy for that Pokemon that you caught, which I would have showed you if that Pidgey would have been nice. And then you use the Stardust to also power them up. Close it down again. Get that back up. Maybe it just doesn't like Pokemon Go. So, and then if you want to evolve, let me find one that needs evolved. See, this one, it needs 100 candies to evolve, and it needs oddish candies. So once you hit 100, you can evolve them into the next one, or you can continuously power them up. I suggest saving the Stardust until you're a high level. Like, don't use any of your Stardust until you're level 20 or something, because as you're leveling up, you'll catch stronger Pokemon, and this Pokemon that you've been trying to level up using Stardust, all of a sudden you just caught a stronger one in the wild because you're a higher level now. So it's best to like wait till you're level 20 to even use the Stardust. And yeah, so all the Pokemon have their different evolutions. It just died on me again. So if you evolve them, they can go into, some have one evolution where they don't evolve at all, some have two, and some have three. So like this one here, he has three evolutions, but I would say it's not on.
I think your battery's so low, probably that's not.
Oh, here, I think I got a charger. Brought my charger with me. Maybe not. Has anybody got a charger I can borrow? Yeah, it's just that hole. Must be struggling running to it. Apps. Pokemon Go sucks a lot of energy. That's why you use these solar-powered backpacks and stuff that I'll show you at the end. Let's see if it works better now. So, mirror. TechKnow, start now, minimize. Seems to be scrolling a lot better now. Okay. So yeah, the three evolutions, you evolve him. When you're evolving, I'd wait until you have enough candies. Like if it takes 25 to evolve them, then the second evolution is gonna take 100. So this one will take 125 to evolve them fully. So I would wait until you have that 125 so you can level your strongest one. Because if you do a weak one, and then you get enough to evolve it from the weak form, and then you start saving up, and then you gain levels, and then all of a sudden, oh, hey, now I just caught this level 1 evolution, the first evolution that's stronger than the second one. And the second one's supposed to be stronger. So I'd wait, with that one was 25, so he would need 125. This one's 50, so this one only has one evolution, so you can just evolve him at 50. And let's see if I can find one that.
So what do you do with them after you catch them?
You battle them in the gyms. But I can't show you the gyms from here because this is a location-based game, so there are no gyms around here. But I guess the rundown of the gyms is there's 3 teams. There's the blue team, which is Mystic. There's the yellow team, which is, I think that one's Valor. And then there's the red team, which is Instinct. Either that or it's the other two. Valor and Instinct might be flip-flopped. I can't always remember. I'm on the Mystic team.
You get a pick or is it auto-assigned?
You get a pick. Once you become level 5, you go and click on a gym, and then it lets you choose what team you want to join. So then you choose the team, and then if it's the gym is a rival gym, you can fight it and try to take it over. You get 6 Pokemon that you get to use when you're taking over a rival gym. And you got to lower the prestige. So if the prestige is 8,000, and you got to lower that all the way down to 0, but every single Pokemon you take out in that gym, it will make the prestige go down. So if you can only knock out 1 per time, you can replay it until you continuously knock out just that 1, and then you can eventually take the gym over. Though if you knock them all out, it takes it over twice as quick.
How many gyms are in there in Spencer?
There are 4 gyms in Spencer.
When you want to battle somebody, somebody else has to be in your gym with you? Is that how that works?
No, it's just all saved in the gym. So if you take over a gym, you get to put 1 Pokemon on that gym.
Okay.
And then team members from your team can come along and put Pokemon on there as well. So the max you can do is 3 Pokemon without hiring the prestige. And the way you hire the prestige is you battle your own gym. But you only get 1 Pokemon if you do that. So pick your strongest one. And then every Pokemon you knock out hires the prestige. And if you get it above like 8, say it was at 6,000 with 3 Pokemon on there. Well, you get it above 8,000, and now you can put your Pokemon on, so it has 4, and then it's a level 4 gym, and you just keep on doing that. The highest I've seen is a level 8 gym.
Have you seen a lot of turnaround
In the beginning of the game, when people were extremely active, yes, the gyms were just constantly changing.
Can you evolve your Pokemon when they're at the gym?
No. When they're at the gym, if you put a Pokemon in the gym, you cannot do anything with that Pokemon anymore until that gym is defeated and you get it back.
Where are the gyms at?
The 4 gyms that are in Spencer is that artwork that's on Grand. And then the Bonbons, the name changes all the time, so I don't know what it is now. And then the courthouse and the parking museum.
Can you set up a gym, or are they preset?
They're preset. They're actually all based off of a game called Ingress. I used to play the Ingress game. Everything was a portal, and you were trying to take over these portals and link them. And there was only 2 teams. There was the green, and then there was the blue. And you would go and try to take over these portals, and you'd put 8. What's it called? These 8 little robot things. I forget what they're called. But and then you'd have to destroy those, and you can take over the portal. So pretty much all of the Pokestops and all of the gyms were all just the portals. And in the beginning of that Ingress game, you could make a portal yourself. You see like a historical building, and you click make portal, and then it would create that portal, and you take a picture of it, and it submitted it. Well, people play this Ingress game for about a year before, and that's actually what inspired Pokemon Go, because the creators were big fans of Ingress. The creators of Pokemon Go were fans of Ingress, so they decided to team up with them, and they just pretty much took all the stops and stuff from Ingress and put it on Pokemon Go.
Pokestops. I saw a Pokestop disappear. Right near the hospital, there's a church. There used to be a Pokestop, and then the last 2 days, it's been gone. It's gone. It's
Really?
there. And I walked by it twice, and it disappeared. So I wondered if you knew why that Pokestop disappeared.
Maybe they're just getting rid of a few, or I know some places don't like being Pokestops, so they request to be taken off. But that is a portal in Ingress as well, and I still think it is a portal, but there was an update that was just done 2 days ago, so they could have removed it during that update.
So this world that we're looking at here, I mean, it looks nothing like the streets that are outside or anything like that. So this is, I mean, you walk around, how much does this world change?
It's pretty much, have you ever like looked at Google Maps or used Google Maps? That's what this is. Natatic is owned by Google, and Natatic is the company that made Ingress, and then they teamed up with the Pokemon company to make Pokemon Go.
But the streets aren't legit.
No, the streets are. This is our intersection that we're sitting at. And see, there's Stolies right over there.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And people still walk off.
That's even the gravel right there. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, so you can obviously see if there's a cliff coming up on this thing. But you don't even need to get close to the cliff. If the Pokemon appears on your screen, you can just click it and then you got it. So I don't know why people are walking out into traffic. And
I think you're right. It has nothing to do with the Pokemon game. It has to do more than with the people.
Yeah. But like last night, I was out playing Pokemon, and this guy came along, and he's like, "You shouldn't play that game. It's dangerous because you'll walk out into traffic and stuff." And it's like, I've never had the urge to jump in front of a car to catch a Pikachu.
It looks different residential, doesn't it? It actually shows like the size of houses.
Yes, like you can see where all the buildings are, the little white squares in the distance, like right over there. That's the buildings and stuff.
Have you ever
Our
been
building
yelled at
isn't
by
on there.
someone for stepping on the property?
What?
Have you ever been yelled at by someone for stepping on their property?
Well, you don't need to step on the property because
Why are people doing this?
I don't know.
They don't know how to play the game properly.
Yeah, like yesterday I was also teaching this kid how to play it, and a Pokemon spawned in the middle of the street on his screen, and he actually ran out and stood in the middle of the screen that had his character right on the Pokemon, and then he clicked it. And I'm like, you don't need to do that. If you see it on your screen, just click it and it's yours.
Save Pokemon Saturday next week.
Pokemon Go safety tips.
Yeah, pretty much. So I think I about covered everything. Oh, I guess there's still the items. After you fight the gyms or train at a gym, your Pokemon will be hurt. So at the Pokestops, when you go to a Pokestop, you can spin it and it gives you items, Pokeballs or these potions. If you fight a rival gym, your Pokemon will be completely knocked out and you'll need to use a revive. If you if you train at your own gym, it will leave you with 1 hit point, so then you can just use a potion.
Can you watch ads and or use real money to buy these things?
Yes, you can use real money in the shop. But see, if you fight gyms, the more Pokemon you have on a gym, like if you got 10 Pokemon on each gym, and then over in the corner where that little shield is, where it's counting down, it will say how many Pokemon you have on a gym, and you can click that and it will give you 10 gold for each Pokemon. So you can buy all this stuff without actually using in-game currency.
What does 10 Pokeballs US dollars cost?
It costs 99 cents for 100 Pokecoins. And so yeah, it'd just be
Costs
a
$1
dollar.
for 20 balls.
Yeah.
You
So-
get free, when you go to a Pokestop, like the bank or some monuments in town, you get a bunch of Pokeballs for free and some of the swag on the screen.
Yeah, so you don't need to buy Pokeballs as long as you go to the Pokemon, the
So how much longer
Pokestops.
till I can pay to be a gym?
Yeah, right.
Yeah, who knows? I always think using real money in games is cheating. That's my own opinion. I always like to do try to play it all for free because it's more challenging. You know, back in the old days when you had those online games, you could pay people to play a character and then you could buy it and buy that character in game. That was always considered cheating. And it's like, well, the companies decided if you can't beat them, join them, and they put in-app purchases. So I still feel like it's cheating, but it is technically part of the game. So it's just whatever you feel.
Do you want to describe how the eggs work?
Yeah, the lucky eggs or the regular eggs. I guess these lucky eggs, if you use that, you get double XP for 30 minutes, which is really good to use if, like, if you get 10 Pidgeys, and then you get 120 Pidgey candies. You could evolve 10 Pidgeys at once, and evolution gives you the most experience out of everything. So if you want to try to level fast, collect up as many Pidgeys as you can till you can evolve 10 of them, use the lucky egg, and then you'll get double experience, and then evolve them all at once. And
Now the eggs you use, you incubate.
these here you can get at Pokestops too, which is they hatch Pokemon, and you got to walk so many kilometers. Did you shut down again? That was probably the longest it's lasted so far.
It's probably draining the battery using both
It's probably.
this app and your Poke, even though your charger is draining slower.
With GPS and all that
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
Phone's crying.
So yeah, pretty much, because I think my battery's still going down even though it's on the charger. So it might just completely die eventually. So yeah, the eggs, you got to walk so many kilometers and it tracks as you're walking. And you walk, I got all 5-kilometer eggs, but there's 10-kilometer eggs and then there's 2-kilometer eggs. The higher the kilometer, supposedly the rarer the Pokemon.
Are there stones in this game? Like
No.
Stones for evolution?
No, there is not. You just use the candies to evolve. But for the evolutions, the 3 Eevees, there's an Easter egg in the game that's based off of the original anime, and that's called, if you name your Eevee Rainer, Sparky, or Pyro, it will give you the electric, fire, or water one when you evolve it. And that's based off of the original Pokemon anime.
Did those only count for walking, or if I hopped in the car and drove that far, would it count?
If you hit above 25 miles an hour, it knows that you're in a car. So then it stops counting your,
So you just gotta
Yeah.
drive 20 for a really long way.
yes.
Does it count
If you
for
want
not
to,
having the app active? So like if you walked from one end of town to the other end but didn't have it open?
it does not count. You have to have the app open, which
No
kind
wonder it has the more active daily users than Twitter.
yeah.
You have to keep it open all day long.
There's
Yeah.
people on bikes, like, that are getting
Bikes
so
are-
quick.
Bikes are perfect for hatching eggs. I use a bike to hatch my eggs. I ride around and hit all the Pokestops, and my kilometers just go up like crazy.
Then there's people we see, I'm sure you see them, there's people in cars that drive around town and go to Pokestops and get free stuff.
Yeah, I don't suggest doing it in a car
I
because
wouldn't do
It's dangerous, plus it's harder to get the stuff. Like you got to drive by quickly, you got to worry about traffic. It's pointless to do it in a car. The best, if you want to be lazy about it, the best thing to use is a bike.
Cushiony. Cool.
So is there any other questions or anything I missed?
Don't think so.
This tracking screen here does not work still.
What's your best story? I mean, because I'm sure you see some weird stuff walking around town all the time.
Just pretty much on how it brings the community together. Like, I didn't know how many people were actually in Spencer, different faces that I've never seen before. And then just walking around, all these people that are all friendly and saying and talking to you and stuff. It's like everybody was locked up before. You didn't even know anybody else existed.
How many people would you say you've seen playing the game out and about?
When the game first came out, pretty much the entire town. Now it's kind of slowed down a bit, but there are still a lot of people, and you can still kind of tell who's playing it or not.
Sure. When you're in the game and you have your character there, can you see the other characters?
Not yet, but I think they're going to do an update
Okay.
where you can see the other characters, and then you can click on them, and you can battle them, and you can trade, but I don't know that for sure. That's just rumors that I've heard around.
I see a health benefit. Like, I can either hop in my car and go get some half and half for coffee in the morning, or I turn on Pokemon Go and I walk to the
Yeah.
grocery store and get some Pokemon. And it's kind of like Fitbit. Like, I go get some miles on my
It's a
phone
much
game,
funner Fitbit.
and it encourages me to walk more. So that's the health benefit that I've experienced from it.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely gotten me out more than I was.
So unless you need to buy things, it's 100% free play.
Yes. And you don't even actually have to buy anything. The only thing that,
But the app's free too.
yes, everything is free, except if you want to buy in-game stuff, which is just to speed your game up quicker. Like those incubators that you get for the eggs.
Are there any apps, or excuse me, any ads you've seen so far?
Oh, I just shut down again. No, I have not seen ads, but I have heard a rumor that they are going to start having ads, which would suck, but I guess if they do, they do. But that's just a rumor so far.
How many Pokemon can you catch?
If I can,
How many different kinds are there?
yeah, I think everything in first gen so far. Here, I'll open up my Pokédex if it allows me to. Show.
Yeah, I think your battery's.
I think your battery's toast.
Well, I guess if you can see off of my screen. So far, I have 147 that I know of. There might be more past the little Dratini there, but that's just the furthest one that I know. And that has registered. But before I caught the Dratini, it ended at Snorlax, so there may be more.
Is it 150 or 250?
147 that I know of, but your box can hold 250 Pokemon before it says you can't hold anymore. But they do sell a storage upgrade in the shop. See, they got bag upgrade, and then they got storage upgrade for the items. See, if you're gonna, everything else you can get, from the egg incubator to the Pokeballs, you can get those at the Pokestops. But the storage upgrade and the bag upgrade, you have to use the gold. But if you're playing the gyms and you're getting,
Still going? Okay, oh, just a second. Just stop it. Start it again.
It says 24, just hit the front button.
Just do it anyways.
has it been off for a while?
No, it's fine.
Yep.
Okay.
You're good. We only get 30 minutes continuous, then we start over.
Interesting. So if you play, you can get those upgrades by just using the gyms, by putting Pokemon in gyms, and every 20 hours you can hit that little shield and it will give you gold. So you can get all those upgrades for free as well.
So there's 250 Pokemon in this first generation.
That's how much you can hold, but
How many Pokemon over the years, because they've run these shows for a long time, how many Pokemon are total?
I think
I
it's up into the 500s now. 721. 721 Pokemon. Yep. And they keep on adding more. There's a new, you can play games just like this, Pokemon Go, on a little DS. And it's pretty much exactly the same, except it's in a game. So you can go around catching Pokemon in the game, and you fight gym leaders and stuff, and you try to collect gym badges. And you can transfer Pokemon up from each generation. I forget how many generations there are. I think it's up to 6 now, maybe 7. But a new one's about to come out called Sun and Moon, and they have new Pokemon they're going to be releasing in that too. So.
For reference, there are 151 Pokemon in the game, but there are 729 total Pokemon ever.
Interesting.
To be precise.
To be precise, we're on the same page. Bottle in?
Yep. So you need 3 more Pokemon.
So I need three.
147 is what you have?
Yes. So that means there's 3 more above of what I got then.
There's a guy in New York that got them all, is what I've heard.
Yeah, I seen that story. Might be true. Might not be. Who knows?
One of those legends going on the internet.
Yeah.
It was on snow.
Because
Screenshot or it's not real.
I seen that article, and it was saying that he works 50 hours a week and he plays during his free time, and he's able to complete all of this. Well, I've been doing about the exact same thing, and I'm not even that far, so.
You only got 4 to go.
No, there's a lot of gaps in it. It just shows you how.
Oh, I think you said you had 147 already.
Yeah.
Here, I'll show you.
Triplicates and some of the same.
Gotcha.
Oh, okay.
What do you do
Yeah.
if you have like 4 of the same one?
And see that all the gaps is what I don't have yet, but it shows me further. If I got number 27, it's going to show me there's a 26, but I don't know what 26
Can you
is.
sell your Pokemon for
No.
more coin?
No,
Do you know how many,
no.
how many miles do you know have you walked or ridden on bike playing this?
Well, I've hatched like 4 10-kilometer eggs, and
Can you track it in the game somewhere?
I think it does have a journal. Let me open up the journal. It does keep track of everything that you do in your journal. Oh, is it gone now? Oh no, they just moved it. And it tells you everything that you've done. So I suppose if you want to know how much you've done, you could go through all your history and count up every single.
Timestamps it,
Yeah.
what day and what
But
time.
it probably
Where
only
you're at when you were there.
it probably only does it with the eggs. Like if you're not hatching an egg, you probably can't tell. Though I don't even know if it says it. I don't think it records the eggs. So maybe there is no way to tell. Because I just hatched one today and there's no record of it on here. But it tells you whenever you catch a Pokemon. Maybe it just registers as it was caught. Because I didn't catch a Pidgey today, but I hatched a Pidgey and it just says I caught it. So I guess there is no way to tell.
Talk like backpack.
Sure. So with that whole problem of your phone dying constantly, as you can see with just this, one thing you can do, or I have done at least, is I've made this little setup. This is an extension to a car charger, and I cut the cord and then I just connected it to the solar panel here, and then I just can stick either a car charger or the USB. I like this one. They sell them at Walmart because it glows blue when it's working, so then you would know when it's getting enough power. And then you can plug your phone into it and walk around. So this is a 12-watt solar panel, so this is what you need to actually charge a phone properly. And this one is a 10-watt solar panel, so your phone still dies, but it's a lot more. You can actually put it on your back. This would be harder to wear on your back. And this has about the same exact setup.
So it goes straight from the solar panel to the outlet.
Yeah, it goes from the $100. This one I cannot remember. I actually bought this one back in 2010 and made the setup just because I was bored. And I was like, hey, if a zombie apocalypse ever happens and I still want to play Minecraft on my phone, now I can because I made this. So I just never used these solar panels until just recently with the Pokemon Go. I just never needed to. I always
How
had
much
them.
did they cost?
This one was like $100, but that one I can't remember. I got that one like 6 years ago. But that one you'd think would be cheaper, so maybe $50. That one's a 10 watt, and this one's a 12 watt. So any other questions?
Thank you.
Awesome, thanks a lot.
Cool. I guess that's it then.